I think we are proposing to demerge our pure retail business into Bharti Retail and create two entities. One is going to be the infrastructure and all our investments and manufacturing in one company, and retail business in one company along with Bharti Retail's retailer business. So it will be two listed entities, and shareholders of future retail will get shares in. It is a mirror image of both the companies.
All right, Mr. Mittal, my question to you: what is Bharti looking to make out of this particular partnership, and give us an idea of what kind of stake you're looking to pick up in the new entity?
From our point of view, we believe that there has to be consolidation in the industry, especially when this space is evolving, expanding. And a larger footprint is required, because otherwise you can't build economies of scale. And with the construct of the Indian real estate market, it does get challenging to build organically. So the merger brings out definitive quicker rollouts, synergies in terms of people, in terms of formats, in terms of buying power, in terms of the in-house brands that has been built. So you have more distribution strength. So from that point of view, it was a win-win position, especially keeping the geography in mind that the overlaps are not there. Most of the time, it happens when there are too much overlaps, you don't get the synergy. So that helped in putting this together.
All right, and if you can give us a quick comment on the kind of shareholding pattern, what will the new board structure look like when you're looking to complete this entire process? And of course, another important question is what happens to the outstanding debt of Future Group, and will any debt be transferred from the Bharti end of the business?
I think Bharti Retail is a debt-free company, so there will be no inheritance of any debt. We are looking at the pure retail company to have a debt of around 1,200 crores. The balance debt will remain in the infra company with all its investments. So whenever we square off our investments, I think the debts get repaid there. So that's the current construct on which we are working. Bharti Retail, the Mittal family, would get a shareholding of close to 9 to 10% at the moment, and plus also debentures which get converted into shares at a subsequent date.
All right, if I can ask you a quick question on what exactly is the future of the retail space looking like, because consolidation seems to be the flavor of the hour really, and what does this mean for the sector going ahead?
No, I think the growth of the sector needs volumes and scales, and we have seen it internationally. We've dealt with international companies. The economies of scales are paramount. So if you don't build up economies of scale, the profitability of the formats of the industry will be challenging, which means also challenge to people, to your people that you buy from. So it's a kind of a daisy chain reaction. So that is to be kept in mind, and I think very few options are there, to be honest, because industry is not into that evolution and growth, or for that matter maturity. So the coming of two of us as being merging and becoming partners gives you that little comfort, and to others that they need to grow this piece much more for economies of scale.
Mr. Biyani, if I can quickly ask you a question on immediately what kind of presence are you going to look at, what kind of ramp up in terms of stores and geographies, and also the Future Group also had a very ambitious e-commerce plan going ahead. Given that e-commerce also seems to be the flavor of the season, what will you do in terms of key focus areas? What are your plans going ahead?
I think we have already announced our plan on getting into a omni-channel strategy, and for us the number of geographies we operate in becomes very important in omni-channel strategy, because the stores get converted into warehouse and one can click and collect and one can deliver from the store. So I think we are getting into more and more geographies, which is going to help us to reach to more and more consumers and more pin codes in a more cost effective manner. So that's the way forward.
And given the kind of target that you have for the next 5 years in terms of presence in what cities, what different strategies will you be adopting to say the north of India, the south of India, etc.?
I think we are operating 17.5 million square feet as a group. With this we should touch around 19 million square foot, which is quite reasonable size in terms of scale. But our larger goal in the long term is to work on omni-channel and open the smaller formats and take it to 4,000 by 2020-21.
All right, and will Easy Ray, that's supposed to be pretty much what Bharti Retail has been known for. Will that continue to exist as part of this new entity, and what is the road ahead for Easy Ray?
As we have developed this brand and for the supermarket, as you heard Mr. Biyani saying that this will exist for this part of the country. This is a format which has done well. So Easy Day as a brand for this format will remain.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.